Promote a culture of inclusion, supercharge your communication, and unleash the full potential of your teams and leaders with the Inclusive Handbook collection from the Diversity Movement. As part of the collection, I wrote the Inclusive Leadership Handbook with Kurt Merriweather to empower leaders with tools needed to cultivate a culture that fosters creativity, innovation, and employee engagement. Through strategies, exercises, and self-reflection, leaders at all levels can enhance their effectiveness. Learn more at thediversitymovement.com/store. Use code HOL at checkout for 25% of your first order. Do you want to build your brand by being a guest on industry-leading podcasts? If you're a business leader, an author, or a speaker, my guess is that you do. Picture this. You, a dynamic executive easily connecting with engaged audiences, turbocharging your top-of-funnel marketing, and creating a treasure trove of content with every episode. Podcasting is a game changer that you've been waiting for. And podcastally.com is your VIP ticket to podcast PR success. Say goodbye to the ordinary and hello to the extraordinary exposure. Let the Podcast Ally team connect you with the best-in-class podcast for you to be a guest on. Head over to podcastally.com and use the promo code DT for a 10% discount on Podcast Ally services. That's podcastally.com, promo code DT.
Donald Thompson. Look, friend of the show is kind of an understatement. Personal connection. So thankful and excited that we have the relationship we have. And I'm glad that we're here today. We sitting here together. We're excited. We got news. Donald, what's the headline, man? Let's just get to it. Why are we sitting here today on whatever people are listening to, whatever people are watching? Why are we sitting here?
The podcast that I've been working on for years, without your expert guidance and friendship, High Octane Leadership has now joined the Living Corporate Network. And Zach, we couldn't be more excited about that and the process, but that's the headline.
Okay, so absolutely. I have to say, man, I'm so excited about, again, our relationship, what we've been able to build over a relatively short amount of time, right? I think that it's been really intentional, but I'm just really appreciative. To your point about High Octane Leadership being in existence before Living Corporate did not create High Octane Leadership. However, we've been rocking with you for, a little bit more than a month or so. How have we been doing?
Yeah, Zach, thanks for the question. And I'm going to tell you, I'm smiling from ear to ear because as one entrepreneur to another, you can do something on your own and get one result. And then part of leadership is knowing when to partner, when to delegate. And so over the last close to 2 months now, we achieved over 5,000 downloads in January. And then in February, it was over 10,000. And so it's not where we want to be, but it is progress that is immediate, is measurable, and really strong. And the thing I'll share that I'm laughing ear to ear is I was like, let's go, Zach, let's go. When we go start recording, where we going to start pushing out? And you were like, hey, Don, if we can go slow, build a plan, and then we'll get that momentum. And that guidance, right, is showing up in the results.
I have to say, there's a serious void in the leadership training space that really intersects with effective, thoughtful, strategic leadership and inclusive behaviors and ethical and fair behaviors. High Octane Leadership really sits really well right there. When I think about the future of your show and frankly, the type of content you create, I just see a lot of greenfield, Donald. There's just so much there to do and talk about. The guests that you've had, for your own expertise, right? And this is not about going crazy, tooting your own horn, but you are EY Entrepreneur of the Year. You got your accolades. You know what you're doing in this entrepreneur leadership space.
One of the things that I love, and one of the episodes that'll be shortcoming, is how to take your business from zero to $1 million. I've done that multiple times. And getting to that first million is a crucial element in whether or not you're going to move from hobby to side hustle, right, to legitimate business. And what we do that I think is really powerful is give folks that Deloitte Accenture level management consulting insight at a price that they can afford, which is a little bit investment of their time in themselves. And then I am humble enough to understand that any of the successes I've had have come on the shoulders of others. And I talk about my mentors. And then 2, learning from a lot of mistakes. And so I don't come across in the podcast as having all the answers, but here's the way to think about a situation so you can develop the answers that are right for you.
You know, I can't say it again. Can't say it enough. How excited I am about the fact that High Octane Leadership and Living Corporate are partnering in this way, and that High Octane Leadership part of the Living Corporate Network. For us, what that means practically is you're going to see more High Octane Leadership content. You're going to see it on multiple platforms. You're going to see it in multiple ways. We're going to be hitting you with different stuff, different clips, shorts, extended. You know what I'm saying? Blogs, newsletters. It's all really about, for us, it's maximizing the thought, leadership, and IP that High Octane Leadership has created, is creating, and will create, right? We see ourselves as that amplification of that. And the downloads are important. What we also really excited about are the human beings that come behind those downloads, right? The messages and the emails that you get, and the direct messages that you get related to, hey, we checked out this pod, it was important for us, or we saw the newsletter, whatever. It's the human impact. And I think, to be honest, Donald, like that for us, for me personally, is what got me excited about you. I didn't know that you were EY Entrepreneur of the Year. I didn't know that when I met you. I didn't know that you were all these different things. It was the authenticity, the intentionality, and the richness of your content and just how you show up. And whatever we can do at Living Corporate to make sure that that comes through in all the content that you create, that's what we're going to do. And we're excited about it. So look, before we get up out of here, all right, where can people learn about High Octane Leadership? Where can they find you? Like, let's plug all of that.
Yeah, High Octane Leadership with Donald Thompson. Anywhere you listen to your podcasts works. DonaldThompson.com is a great way to sign up for our newsletters, listen to podcasts. And I'm very, very active on LinkedIn. And so if you reach out, I'll reach back.
I love it. And look, make sure y'all click the link in the show notes. You'll learn all the more you can about High Octane Leadership with Donald Thompson. Direct links, his LinkedIn. What else? You got a Black Planet, Don?
Not just yet. We'll co-create that together. Right now, we're trying to help a listener one at a time and give you knowledge that will impact your better working environment tomorrow.
Awesome. Donald, we're going to talk soon. We'll talk to y'all later.
All right.
Peace.
Thanks, man.